So the next concept I want you to utilize in interpreting Beowulf is the concept of sublime writing. Sublime writing is something that my peers and I in graduate school came up with. It's akin to an oxymoron, but not necessarily. Um, Sublime writing is when you take two words or ideas with incongruent and often opposing meanings and place them next to or close to one another in order to express an experience for which there is no word in existence. Think of it like this: language is a vehicle. It's a vehicle for expression. Words allow us to compartmentalize experiences that we've had and then allow us to actually express these experiences to other people who share our language base. Supposedly, by the time I read this in a journal when I was in graduate school, and I've lost the name of the person who said it, so on and so forth. But supposedly, by the time we're 12 years old, we've learned approximately 80% of all the words we're going to use in our life. Okay, the English language has approximately 3.5 million 3.5 million words. And every year they're adding new words. That's why English is a living language. Latin, for example, is a dead language. Not because people don't speak it. I speak a little bit of Latin. The Vatican does Latin masses every Saturday, so on and so forth. So Latin's still used, actually. But it's considered a dead language because there's been no significant changes to the language, to the alphabet, to the rules of grammar, to the punctuation, anything like that for years and years and years and years and years at this point. So English is a living language. All the words that are in the dictionary are there to express yourself. Okay, if by the time you're 12 you've learned a million words, well, those million words allow you to express more than a million different experiences. Like the idea of love, for example. Love is not a word that only means one thing. There's a love of a brother, the love of a father, the love of a friend, the love of pizza, the love of a dog, the love of a lover, so on and so forth. And so words take on more meanings, so on and so forth. But do understand that words are a vehicle for expression. Okay? Now, expression comes from experience. And so these words that we have at our disposal, allow us to express experiences. And it allows people to understand our experiences. Sometimes, at some point in everyone's life, we come across an experience and there is no word for that experience. There is no word to define that specific experience. And so when that happens, we struggle to express this experience. We are at a loss of words to let someone else know what it is that we're feeling and thinking, so on and so forth. And so, at this particular point in time, in terms of sublime writing, what we do is we try to find a way, we try to negotiate a manner in which we can express an experience for which there's no word. And I'll give you an example. You know how whenever you watch America's Funniest Home Videos and you see a little boy with a bat, and you see a father with a ball, and you see the father throw the ball to the boy, and you see the boy hit the ball with the bat, and you see the ball go straight to the father's crotch, and then the father's rolling around on the ground. Well, normally you laugh, all right? There's an actual word for that emotion that you're experiencing. It's called Schadenfreude. Schadenfreude is a German compound word. In German, if you take two simple German words and you put them together, you make a German compound word. Okay? Now, Schaden is a German word for suffering. Freude is a German word for joy. And so when you're laughing at that father rolling around on the ground because he's in pain, that's Schadenfreude. Until Schadenfreude came into existence, there was no word to actually express that experience. Now, sublime writing is all about the idea of expressing an experience for which there is no word in existence. What I want you to do is I want you to show me an example of sublime writing. Okay, an example of sublime writing in Beowulf. Look for specific quotes. If you want to do it in the manner whereas, for example, I'll give you two examples. Beowulf is the hero, but he's also a monster. Explain to me how. Find a quote in there that shows that he's both the hero and the monster, and that'll work. In addition, if you look at Grendel's mother, you could say that her actions are a noble action. What she's trying to do is she's trying to give her son a proper burial. Her son's been killed. Beowulf has taken his trophy as an arm. They're in Harrowwood Hall, a hall full of trophies. He's taken his arm, he's put it over the door, and Grendel's mother is coming over so that she can give her son a proper burial. You can't give a proper burial if you don't have all of him there. And so what she does in coming back, she's trying to actually do the right thing and give her son a proper burial. Now the way she does it, it's monstrous, and she is monstrous. And so there you get to see that dichotomy. You get to see that, yes, she's a monster, but she's also kind of doing something the right way. Okay, and so find examples with quotes. Show me that you can apply the idea of sublime writing to Beowulf. Post it to the discussion. Reply to at least one other person. Once again, I do expect 2 quotes, and then your interpretation of how these quotes show a rise in consciousness.